world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
My name is Christophe Rumble. I am a man of God and a soldier in heaven's cause.
Christophe, en garde! Behind me!
Mother Mary.
Nay, my lord. Sister Aneska.
Where am I?
In Prague, at the convent of the Knights of the Red Cross. Now hush. Thou hast suffered a grievous wound and must rest.
I must return to my...
My lord, peace, I beg thee. Thy brave captain left a letter before thy sword brethren continued on their crusade.
I thank thee for this news, my lady, and for thy care. Surely thou hast drawn me back from the jaws of death itself.
'Twas the Lord that saw fit to spare thy life. We humble sisters simply attended thee.
Oh, Sister Ineska is too modest. She ministered to thy shattered body day and night, long after all others had given up hope. She did indeed restore thy life. I am Archbishop Giza. Thou hast done great service for Christendom, young sir. Tonight I shall make prayers of thanksgiving that thou live, and may send more sinners to hell.
I offer thee all my gratitude for thy service. I am in thy debt.
The rosy life in thy cheek is payment enough. Christophe, thy wound!
Nay, 'tis nothing. A scratch.
The mighty walls of Prague once held all demons at bay, but the Schlachter have overtaken a silver mine to the east. With a haven so close to the city, they boldly walk the streets by night to kill, and worse than kill. Many have been dragged alive from their homes for some unspeakable purpose.
I will never let them take thee.
Oh, sir.
Tomorrow I shall venture into the silver mine and flush the vermin from their holes.
Thou must not. Thy wound is too great.
Nay, I am resolved. They will pay in blood for the fright they have given thee.
Oh, sir, should they harm thee, my heart...
Come away, Inesca. Thou hast wasted enough of good Sir Christoph's time with thy idle chatter. Christoph, the Lord smiles upon thy wrath. I shall pray for thy victory.
I shall not fail.
My good kinsman Christoph, thy bravery carried the day in the Battle of the Moravian Hills. Thy sword brethren crushed the pagan barbarians and now chase their scattered hordes into eastern Hungary. Once the last of the heathens are routed, our garrison shall return to Prague, and thou mayst rejoin our ranks. Until then, the tender ministrations of the Holy Sisters shall revive thee, if it be God's will that thou outlive thy wound. Thy fellow sword brethren pray for thy swift recovery, for they cannot allow thee to ripe and rot in decadent luxury whilst they sacrifice themselves. Perhaps thou canst make thy sword arm useful to good Archbishop Giza until such time as we return to collect thee. May the tidings of the Lord be upon thee, Sir Cuthbert.
Oh, sir, I pray for thy safety on so perilous a journey.
The cheerful daylight world belies the horrors that prowl by night. How can the good people of Prague go about their business with such evil abroad in the land?
God save and protect thee, his soldier, his wrath and vengeance.
Hail, good Sir Knight, and welcome. They do say you seek to cleanse the minds of evil. Oh, these demons have brought great suffering to the good people of Prague. Our craftsmen have no silver for their wares, and many proud families now beg for their bread. Please, accept all that my humble inn can provide, and the blessings of the Lord be upon your quest.
smithy. Now I may replace my war-weary armor. Hail, good Sir Blacksmith. I am Christoph of the Sword Brethren, and I seek to replace armor lost in battle.
Ho there, young crusader. I be Jiri Borajov, and the very boards of me humble shop are honored to be trodden by us sword brethren. And who will ye be slaying in your new armor?
I seek to slay the demons in the silver mines to the east.
You look a bit sickly, Sir Christoph. If ye do seek to spill the blood of the fiends in the mine, ye'll be needing special protection.
The protection of the Lord suffices. I need no more than that.
Ha! Tell that to your armor and sword. Nay, 'tis gypsy charms I be speaking of.
Where shall I find such gypsy charms?
You must promise me that the gypsy will come to no harm by my telling.
I promise.
Go ye to the Golden Lane, where you'll find an herbal shop run by the old gypsy woman Unorna. There ye shall find something to aid ye surely. God be with ye, young one. Ye have my hand on it. 'Tis a deal.
The shop of a gypsy witch. Dare I enter such a place?
Hello, young one. What is it you desire?
I desire only to bring the Lord's justice to the evil that has befallen this city. I would know of the devils that rule the night in Prague.
They are vampires. The undead. The blood drinkers. The fiends do hide their miserable carcasses away in mines and crypts under the earth, for the very rays of the sun to scald the flesh from their bones. 'Tis quite a sight, and a stench, the like of which you'll ne'er forget.
Then perhaps I shall show them the glory of the breaking dawn before dealing them their final mercy.
Weapons cannot kill the fiends, lest their heads be cleft from their undying bodies. You will need more than a buckler of faith to aid you. Go with God, young one. And be sure to be within the warmth of a hearth when the sun falls. For the foes you have seen are but a small part of the wickedness that walks the streets of Prague by night.
I shall send all such wickedness back to hell.
Take care outside the gates of the city, good Sir Knight, for all those that wander the highways alone after nightfall are seldom heard from again. Even the strongest of warriors have disappeared. The streets of Prague are no longer safe after dark, but beyond the city walls all hell walks the night. Hell that disgorges from yonder castle of Viscerot.
Beware the mines, Crusader. If mere men could kill the Hellspawn, we Knights of St. John would have slain them long ago.
We lock these gates as the last rays of the sun die in the mountains. Pass within before dark, or wait without until dawn. I pray for thy safe return.
These carts still hold their ore. The diggers have fled this place in haste, and the fiends have not seen fit to continue such honest labor. The odor of freshly mined earth is laden with the foul stench of death. What mystery lies moldering here? This poor soul died without a wound, save a bit of blood at the throat.
Wild dogs? Nay, rats!
I reclaim this treasure from the clutches of evil and reconsecrate it to a godly purpose. My burdens prevent further cumbrance.
Blasphemy! Let the builders of this mockery of a holy cathedral show their wicked faces. Out, blaspheming wretch! Taste the steel of righteousness!
I am Alzra, the unliving, and I bid thee welcome to my domain. Although I have found thee an inhospitable and ungrateful guest.
God strike thee down, she-devil! Accursed creature! Earth has no room for such as thee!
Verily, all the earth is all dominion. With every passing day our numbers swell. We shatter all defenses and corrupt all holy places. But Tzimisce shall rule all of Prague, and everyone, mortal and canine alike, will tremble at all coming.
Hellspawn, the purity of the holy places protects them from thy evil.
Purity can be sullied, and holiness can be defiled. The Methuselah of Visceral shall awaken soon. He shall defile all that is pure, and leave corruption his wake. In defilement lies his strength. Purity is sweet meat to him, as thy rich blood is sweet wine to me.
Die, thou damned beast. God hath spat thee out of heaven in ancient times, and now I scourge thee from the earth. Die, and burn far from the sight of God.
There you are, naughty
Ah! 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 Foul misery. I offer thee no last rites. The sweet redemption of our Lord is forbidden to the likes of thee. Thou hast no home now but the eternal torments of hell!
amulet of St. Jude. 'Tis an omen. If I redeem so holy a relic from this ungodly tomb, surely this saint shall grant me his favor.
Who comes there? Ah, the Crusader ends his day in retreat. Back for another rest in the nunnery?
All of Prague may rest. I have claimed the head of the Demon Queen.
Praise be to Christoph, champion of Prague!
Behold, 'tis the Crusader, the demon slayer who purifies the minds. Raise your cups in his honor. To Christoph!
The bells of Prague do ring out your victory, Christoph. The whole city prizes your handiwork.
And I prize thine.
You have my hand on it. 'Tis a deal.
I bid ye welcome, and sing your praises for the slaying of Asra the Unliving.
Without thy lore, I could not have slain her, so I thank thee for thy wise counsel. But Asra said many things that did shake my soul. I would have benefit of thy lore.
Ask thy questions.
Know thou of the Zemitzi?
Of the 13 great vampire clans, the fiends of Clan Semitsi be the most vicious. They come from the dark Carpathian mountains, where ancient evil slumbers. They seek to rule mortals as cattle, and abduct us from the streets at night. They cruelly craft the flesh to fashion monsters, which they call Shlakta. To extend their rule into daylight, they do corrupt mortals with wealth and power and their own demonic blood. When the mortal servants do drink the blood of their masters, they become ghouls that live forever, so long as they drink each day their daily blood. In the oldest ghoul lineages, like the royal Premisil family, children are born as revenants, mortals born with vampiric blood coursing in their veins.
Know thou of the Methuselah of Viscerad?
Methuselahs are among the most ancient and powerful of all vampires. Alas, I know nothing of the Methuselah of Viscerad, save that Viscerad Castle is the foul heart of the evil Tzimitzi vampire clan. But don't you be going there, young one. Even an army of thy sword brethren could not dislodge such evil.
What means she by Cainite?
So every mother's child knows of vampires. Very few know they are descended from Cain and raised by the first woman created by God.
Do not blaspheme so about Adam and Eve.
Ha! Not Adam and Eve. Adam and Lilith. Lilith was Adam's first wife, and a spirited woman was she. Now, Adam wanted Lilith to serve under him, and Lilith spurned such bumpkin courtship, leaving him for the company of angels and devils. So, God did fashion Eve, who was meek and mild, but their children were far from gentle. When Cain slew his brother Abel, God cursed Cain, saying that the food that grew of the earth would no longer sustain him. Only blood, like the blood he spilled from Abe, would slake his thirst. Lilith found the outcast Cain and taught him to harness the powers of heaven and hell. God made Cain the first vampire, and Cain made all the rest by preying on the descendants of Seth, Adam's third son. And so, all vampires are called Cainites, but only by those who know more than the church tells.
I cannot pay heed to such strange notions.
You will heed me, if you would hurt them.
What lore hast thou of these demons?
The vampires do prey on mortals, but they do save their real hatred for other vampires. The 13 great vampire clans are forever at war. Clan against clan, elder against childer, in a fearsome jihad. They do shake the world to its foundations with their hate, and twist up the destiny of mortals into their dark tapestry.
I thank thee.
Take care.
I am newly returned from the silver mines. The evil therein is no more.
The splendor of the Lord rains down upon thee, Christoph. I give thee this wrought silver cross for thy labors.
I would hear all thou knowest of Vampire Lord, that I might fight them more wisely.
They are evil. That is all thou need knowest. I do not corrupt my soul with knowledge beyond that.
I thank thee.
Hurrah! Hurrah for Christoph! The mines are safe again. All hail the crusading hero of Prague! Hurrah!
We thank thee for restoring the mines. We finally have new silver to craft and sell. God bless thee, Sir Christoph.
My heart warms to see the good people rejoice so, and yet Ozra's words chill me to the core. I fear that evil endures in Prague.
Good morrow, milady.
Good morrow, my lord. We give thanks that the mines are restored to godly condition, and we rejoice to see thee in health after such danger.
Yet there is danger in health, for I must forego thy tender ministrations.
My lord.
Yet now I suffer a new affliction, for which thou hast the only cure.
I shall serve thee in any way I can, my lord.
I have retrieved a sacred relic, milady, the amulet of St. Jude. I would give it thee, milady, for thy devoted care.
I take no gifts. The Lord's work is favor enough.
It is the dearest of all I have, and thou art the dearest of all I have not. Please, keep this for my sake. Good day, Archbishop Giza.
Explain thy intentions toward good sister Ineska. I command thee to speak only truth before God.
I find her the fairest of all God's creatures, and bemoan the cruel fate that hath placed her beyond my reach. In another time and place, we might have found happiness together as man and wife.
Such thoughts are evil. Thy concupiscence damns thy soul and dooms Ineska. I command thee, purge such lusts from thy heart, if not for thy sake, then for hers. Do not tempt her away from her holy orders, thou wicked, selfish boy. She is out of thy star, and is not for the likes of thee. Her place is with me, with us, here in the convent. And thy place is out in the wilderness, striking the fear of God into the hearts of the heathen. If thou art strong enough to entertain such lusts, thou art strong enough to return to thy regiment.
Alas, they are too far away.
Well, the streets of Prague are still host to unclean demons. Perhaps thou shouldst destroy these abominations to expend some of thy hot blood.
I must protest. My place is here. The demon queen confessed they sought to defile holy places. 'Tis my duty to protect these hallowed grounds when next they attack.
Thy archbishop shall dictate thy duty. Hunt them in the streets.
I obey.
I shall be watching thee, thou immoral lad.
Who goes there?
Tis the little warrior. I bet you're soft and tender inside your tin britches.
I'll eat your gizzard while it's still attached to your quivering body. This is thy payment for bringing final death to Ozra the Unliving.
Alarms from within the convent. Aneska, I will protect thee. The Archbishop be damned.
For the love of God. For the love of God. For the love of God.
Christoph, thou hast brought evil into this holy place. This taint follows thy soiled soul.
It burns. The she-cow's vile purity burns like unto the sun!
Back to the abyss, hell-spawn. Thou art anathema in the eyes of God. Die and be damned!
Away with thee! We forbid thee to defile this holy place!
Hold, intruders!
It appears that I am once again in thy debt, brave sir, for coming to us in our time of need.
As I am in thy debt, for saving my life with thy tender care, and for thy uncommon valor in standing with me against the forces of hell.
I pray, my lord, that thou art always near to deliver us from this evil.
Milady, I pledge my arm to thy cause for as long as I draw breath, and beyond.
Then I have faith in the safety of our humble convent.
His skill is great, and he fights with the strength of a demon.
His courage has opened the minds again. Think how the gift of Cain would enhance the might of such a man.
Aye, he has done great service to the Promethean cause by dispatching Ozra without our involvement. But this decision must be made with surpassing care.
With so many of us missing, we need his sword in the coming tumult. The other clans are surely considering him for the embrace by now.
No doubt. But hast thou forgotten the power the Church wields over the minds of these mortals, Cosmos? His faith is the strength behind his steel. Stripped of his faith, would he be of any use to us, I wonder?
He has been cut from the herd by his wound. He's been separated from the heart of his sword brethren by many miles. Like any stray, he is more malleable. He may bend rather than break.
Thou art wise, Cosmos. How well thou knowest the hearts of men of war. Yet, I am not convinced.
The Premicils are enraged at his continuing interference in their plans. I have learned that they have now placed a rich bounty upon his head. He'll not outlive the next moon.
Get thee to the prince, and tell him that this night, Ekaterina the Wise awakens another into darkness.
Thy will is done.
And Cosmos, should this Christoph falter or fail, he must fall.
Milady Aneska, I must speak with thee.
Hush, lest thou rouse the convent with thy clamor.
I have wandered the city for hours, yet each turn of the streets did lead me back here.
My lord, 'tis dusk. Thou shouldst not be out of doors. Fiends shall soon be legion.
I would fight all fiends of hell to stand at thy door.
And how may our holy order assist his lordship this eve?
Milady, thou must hear me. I sought to tell thee once before, but fear took my voice.
What power could daunt the man who hath faced demons from hell?
The face of an angel from heaven.
Oh, my lord,
Thou hast stuck me a wound that heals not. My life's blood pours out before me, and I cannot stanch it. I do love thee, fair Aneska. I do love thee with a passion I have never known.
My lord, I must protest. Such love is an affront to heaven.
If thou deny me, I am undone.
I cannot deny thee. I too am afflicted with a wound for which thou art the only cure. My soul fell when first I beheld thee, and now my heart is cleft in twain. My love of God and my love of thee have torn me to ribbons, for I must betray one to keep faith with the other.
Thus my sins do pour out before me, for I have spilt my wickedness upon thy innocent bosom.
Nay, 'tis my wanton desire that hath ensnared thy virtuous heart. I was a fool to confess my heart to thee. Gladly would I imperil mine own soul, but never thine.
Then truly we are lost. Our souls are beyond all hope of redemption.
My lord, look thou at the locket thou didst give me. 'Tis the locket of St. Jude, the patron saint of lost causes.
Thus fate makes a bitter mockery of our plight.
Say not so. Where the saints tread, hope follows. Mayhap St. Jude shall bring us hope past all hope. I pray we find a way.
I pray so too. Thy hopeful words have filled my heart with courage, and I can leave satisfied. Farewell, fair Aniska.
Nay, the streets are not safe at night. Thou must stay here in the convent till the sun shines again.
May God have mercy upon my soul, for the devil has just placed into my heart the most impure of notions. I do tremble to confess it, but I feel I would cast away all holiness to stay. I would exchange an eternity of heaven's bliss for one night by thy side.
Know thee that thou art not alone in such desires.
Then truly I am damned. I am condemned for my lust, but I must not drag thee into the abyss with me. I must flee this holy place and return no more.
My lord, come back!
Hold fast.
Release me! I command thee!
Thou struggles nobly. I love such passion. A lesser man could not even speak in my grasp.
What art thou? A demon sent from hell?
I am here to save thee, Christoph. To deliver thee from thy mortal shackles.
By the power of the Lord Eternal, I banish thee from my presence.
Poor child. Thy faith died long ago. Amidst a dread battle, thou came to know thy true nature. Thou art a killer of men, no matter how thou dost try to justify thy deeds. Thou kills not when compelled by God, but when ordered by men. Now come to me. I am the mother of thy rebirth.
I know thy ways, demon, and I have lore enough to kill thee.
Nay, thou art helpless in my hands as a naked babe.
Nay! Oh, nay!
Water. Aniska, water, I beg of thee. I thirst. I starve.
I am Ekaterina the Wise, Ekaterina the Promethean, Ekaterina, the leader of the Bruja clan. We are the children of Cain, and now thou art one of us.
God have mercy on my soul. I am damned.
Steady now, whelp.
Thou lackst the strength to fight, and I would slice thee in twain without hesitation.
Thou must feed, my child, before the hunger overtakes thee and drives thee mad.
Am I now a miserable demon, stealing blood to live? Damned and cursed to hell! Is this all that remains of noble Christoph?
Nay, my child. There is far more to thee than ever before. Thou art Bruja now. We Bruja are the philosophers of Cain's lineage. Where other clans treasured gold and trinkets, we sought pure wisdom. We strove to unravel the thorny knots that bind the very gates of heaven. Are we damned? Nay, we are exalted. In fabled Carthage, we lived in concordance with all mortals. Together we sought the secrets of Eden, that the children of Cain and the children of Seth would be raised up. But the hated Ventru grew jealous of our power. The patrician clan betrayed us and tried to destroy us. We survived, but fabled Carthage did not. Despite this great loss, we Prometheans continue our search for harmony with all mortals.
We are the most noble of our breed, Christoph. We seek only the fulfillment of the dream that was Carthage. But we need thy help to achieve this goal. A war lies ahead. A terrible battle that calls for warriors like us.
Wars among devils do not concern me.
We will cause thee to think otherwise, whelp.
Enough, Cosmos! The Bruja blood needs time to cool. Come, let us leave our young one to think upon his situation. But know this, Christoph, thou would have been killed or embraced by our enemies on this night. We have given thee life eternal, and awakened thee to the true face of thy world. I do not expect gratitude, but our clan requires loyalty or death.
There is no life in me. Even my heart has ceased to beat. My very soul has been stripped from me. There is nothing left for salvation or damnation.
Thou needs must pledge fealty to thy new mistress.
I am newly remade and know little of this world. I agree only to follow thy lead for the present.
Such rebelliousness is unseemly in a Bruja. I do not like such willfulness in my children.
He displays as much fealty as can be expected from such a one, Ekaterina.
Very well, Cosmos. Then thou may hold his leash. We shall see if he takes instruction with more deference. Christoph, thou must understand that our enemies are legion, and none more vile than Clan Zamitzi, which infests Prague like a plague. The fiends seek thy death in payment for the slaying of Azra and her Shlachta servitors. If thou art to survive, thou must quickly master the powers of thy blood. Thou must pay heed to all our laws, or thou wilt become a gibbering monster like the Zamitzi. Our first law.
Mistress Ekaterina, I crave thy indulgence. Christoph is a man of action. His learning shall be the greater on the field of battle than the parlors of the Prometheans. Let me take him on my mission to Garanal's Haven, where he may learn our ways firsthand. I could use a stout broadsword protecting my back.
Christoph is not yet ready.
Verily, he is as ready as he shall ever be.
I would have thy counsel, Cosmos.
Christoph is no Bruja philosopher. His hot blood cools too much when he has no mission and curdles. Send him forth. If he survives, he will have mastered our ways.
Very well. Christoph, go thou with Wilhelm Stryker. Trust what he says if thou wouldst outlive the night. Go, my swordsman, and strike deep into the lair of our dear ally, Garanal the Cappadocian.
Time to cut thy teeth, fledgling.